Hello and welcome to a video overview of the Stream tab in Google Classroom. From this tab within Classroom, it is possible to create announcements, post questions for students, and add assignments. Let's get started with exploring the features in the Stream tab. When you open one of your classes in Google Classroom, the default homepage is the Stream tab. The Stream tab is similar to those found on social media sites, meaning that all the posts that are created appear in this area for both teachers and students to see. The most current stream posts are found at the top of the stream, while older posts go to the bottom of the stream. Any post can be placed at the top of the stream by clicking on the three vertical dots on the far right side of a post. Clicking on these three dots also allows you to delete or edit a post. Students also have the ability to post in the Stream tab, if the teacher allows them to do so. Teachers can revoke this permission from students by going to the Students tab and then toggling to either Students can only comment or Only teacher can post or comment. On the left side of the stream, you'll find upcoming due dates, an area where you can show deleted items from the stream, and the class code that students can use to join your class in Google Classroom. Let's now go over how to create a post in the stream. To do so, go to the lower right part of your screen and find the circular button with a plus sign inside it. Clicking on this button will reveal four options: Reuse Post, Create Question, Create Assignment, and Create Announcement. Selecting Create Announcement will result in a pop-up window appearing on the screen. Within this window, you will begin typing the announcement you want to share with your class. In this example, we will write, "Don't forget to finish your video project, which is due Friday." After typing the announcement, you have the ability to attach a file to the announcement, an item from your Google Drive, a video from YouTube, or a URL link. If you teach more than one class and you want your announcement to be shared with your other classes, click on the drop-down arrow to the right of your class's name. Next, place check marks in the boxes so that these classes will see the same announcement in their stream. After you're done with this process, you can press the Post button or use the drop-down arrow to the right of the Post button to save your announcement as a draft. We will click the Post button and the announcement will immediately be placed at the top of the stream. If you saved your announcement as a draft, it will appear within the draft area directly above your post. The draft area is only visible to the teacher. Creating assignments and questions in the stream is similar to creating announcements. Let's click on the plus button again, and this time we're going to choose Create Assignment. As with announcements, you will see a pop-up window appear on your screen. Within this window, type the title of the assignment. You have the option to type in a description of your assignment, and this is the place where you can type in directions for students. Choose the due date for the assignment by clicking on the drop-down arrow next to the date provided. If you decide you don't want a due date for the assignment, click on the button to the right of Due Date and Time, and the assignment won't have a due date. To change the default due date, click on that date and a calendar will appear. You can then use the calendar to change the due date. You also have the option to choose a time you want the assignment due. After you're done making your selections, click Save. As with announcements, you have the option to attach files, as well as YouTube videos and links. With assignments, however, you have more options with the files you attach than with the files attached to announcements. Let's attach a Google Doc to this assignment. When attaching a file, such as a Google Doc, spreadsheet, or presentation, the default is for students to only have viewing privileges. If you want students to be able to make changes to the file, use the drop-down arrow next to Students Can View File and choose Students Can Edit File. Selecting this option means that students in your class will be able to make changes to that file. If you want students to each have their own copy of the file for the assignment, then choose the last option, Make a copy for each student. This ensures that students only have access to their own copy of the file to complete the assignment. This is the option we will choose. After that, we will click on the Assign button and the post will be placed at the top of the stream. It's now time to create a question in the stream. To do this, we will go back to the plus button and click on it, then select Create Question. As with announcements and assignments, a pop-up window will appear, allowing us to type in our question and an optional description. After typing in the question and possible description, choose a due date for the question or click on the button to the right of due date and time so that no due date is selected. Press Save and then choose whether you want to attach any files, a YouTube video, or a link. In this case, we will not select any attachments and we will use the drop-down menu to select other classes to assign the same question. Next, we will press the Ask button. Selecting the Ask button will generate a pop-up window that asks us whether we want students to have the ability to see and reply to each other's answers and edit their answers. By default, students are allowed to see and reply to each other's answers. However, they are not allowed by default to edit their answers. As the teacher, you have the ability to enable both of these features by making sure check marks are placed in each box, or you can disable these features by ensuring no check marks are placed in the boxes. In this case, we will leave the default settings in place and click on the Ask button, which will result in the question being placed at the top of the stream for students to answer. Finally, another option you have within your stream in Classroom is the ability to reuse previous posts. Let's click on the plus button one more time and then choose Reuse Post. A pop-up window will appear with all your classes in Google Classroom listed. Choose the class that contains the post you'd like to reuse and then press the Select button. Find the post you want to reuse. If the post has any attachments with it, new copies of all the attachments will be created by default. If you don't want to use these attachments, uncheck the box next to the Create New Copies of All Attachments phrase. In this case, we will leave the default settings in place and then select the Reuse button. Another pop-up window will appear where we have the ability to change the name of the assignment or its description. We can also change the due date and add or delete attachments. Choose the classes you want this post to go to and then click on the Assign button in the lower right part of the pop-up window. In this case, since we're reusing an assignment, the Assign button appears. If we were reusing a question, the Ask button would be present, and if we were reusing an announcement, the Post button would appear within the pop-up window. After clicking on the Assign button, the assignment post appears at the top of our stream. This concludes the video overview of the Stream tab in Google Classroom. For more information about Google Classroom, please visit Mesa Public Schools Google Classroom support site. Thank you for watching.